take something drastic to happen for you to say, okay, maybe this is toxic, maybe I need to skedaddle before it gets worse than what it already is. Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. I am back with another video, and of course, as promised, I am back with the part 2 of my last story time that I did. I'm gonna put it somewhere here up on the screen. So if you have not watched part 1, please go and watch part 1 before you watch this video. Before I start, I just wanted to say that I was going to do a Q&A video before my part 1 story time, but y'all, the questions that people were asking were just like, they were just basic dumb questions. Like, I want some spicy questions, like, you know, something that takes time to think about, and they were just, I don't know, the questions just were not up to par. So I ended off my part 1 with saying that me and my current husband were in the car, and by this time I think I left off with, we were like going back and forth. So picture me driving and my ex behind me, and he's just trying to, like, I honestly don't know what he was trying to do, but he was like, you know, going to the side of my car, and then he would go back to the back of my car, and we were just like playing like back and forth, because like I said in my last video, I did not want him, not only did I not want him to hit me, but I didn't want to hit his car either, and that's how close we were. We continued driving, and of course he's still behind me, and we ended up going like off the road because we were on our way back to the barracks. So we ended up going off like on a side road. You know, of course there's different ways to get to the barracks, but we chose this way, but I chose this way to go. So at this particular road, there is a stop sign before you make like a turn. So I'm driving down the road, and all of a sudden he like storms. It was kind of like a storm, even though it was driving. Like, he sped really fast in front of my car, stopped in front of my car before we got to the stop sign. He stops and he gets out the car. He gets out the car, and immediately he comes to my window and starts just banging on my window, like banging on the window, trying to open the door. Mind you, before he even, or I think my car either was already locked, or when he had stopped in front of us, I think I had locked the door already, but I can't remember which one it was. But either way, he was like yanking at my door, knocking on the window. Let's just say we were cussing back and forth at each other, you know, going at it, arguing. And he was trying to like say different things and make up like accusations about me and him so that Jordan could hear it. And there were stuff that was like not true. It was stuff that was false. He was just trying, I don't know, he was just trying to, I guess, get Jordan jealous or something. I don't know. But me and him was just going back and forth. I think I had rolled the window down a little bit just so that he could like hear me clearly, and I was just cussing and I was just going off, y'all. Trust me, there is a side of me that you all have never seen, and you all probably will never see, and I hope you don't ever have to see that side of me. Like, I was just so upset at that moment, because I'm like, why are you doing all this? Like, you're doing all this for what? Clearly I don't want you. Clearly I broke up with you for a reason, and you're mad. Like, you're mad. After we, you know, exchanged words or whatever, we was yelling back and forth at each other. I believe I ended up backing up, because remember how I said he had went in front of my car? I ended up backing up so that it could give me room to go around his car. And mind you, he was still standing there, but at that point I didn't care, because I'm just like, get the hell out my way or get ran over. So I ended up backing up, and I kind of like just went around his car, and I just sped off. Well, I stopped at the stop sign, and then I just sped off. Surprisingly, he didn't try chasing us some more. Honestly, that's what I thought was gonna happen. But yeah, so me and Jordan, we ended up driving back to the barracks, and you could honestly, like, throughout this whole thing, Jordan was like completely quiet, and I could tell that he was like super, like, I could tell he was very mad about the situation. You could tell, like, I'm good at reading people. Like I can tell when someone is mad about something even if they don't try to show it. So I could tell he was mad, and I just pretty much, when we arrived at the barracks, I just told him like, I'm sorry, like you had to be there for that. I'm sorry that you had to experience that with me. I just couldn't say anything but apologize, because not only was it embarrassing, but like the stuff he was saying wasn't true, and it just made everything bad for me. I feel. And honestly, I thought after that situation, like he was gonna like stop talking to me or something like that. He just ended up like going to his room, and I think I ended up texting him, and we talked about the situation just a little bit. And yeah, after like that day had ended, we were like back to normal, talking like nothing happened. That's pretty much what happened. I'm gonna be honest, like there was a lot of crazy stuff that I went through while I was stationed at Fort Riley. For, you know, some people were there with me, and you know, they saw some of the stuff that I went through, but I don't think a lot of people saw everything. Like there was a lot of things that went on that I just didn't tell people about. There was a lot of things that, you know, I was dealing with at the time, and I just didn't tell everyone everything. So, and I mean, to this day, there's a lot of things that happened that I've just always kept to myself. But I'm past that now, y'all. I am healed. I have grown. Like I realize now that during that time, I was in a very, very, very toxic situation, a very toxic relationship. And at that moment, I was just like, at that moment, I didn't realize how toxic it was. But looking back at it, it's like, damn, like that was really toxic, and I really let myself deal with a lot of bullshit that I didn't have to. So really, I really wanted to make this video to just bring awareness. Like if you are in a toxic relationship, like just get out of it. And I know that's easier said than done, because like for my situation, it didn't start getting toxic until after like the cheating and everything, which now I'm glad that all that cheating and stuff happened, because you know that stuff got exposed, and I figured out who this person truly was. But just if you're in that situation, or if you're going through something like that right now, whether it's cheating, whether there's abuse involved, whether there's just people are doing crazy stuff like that, like trying to run you off the road, or you know, just crazy stuff like that, just leave. It is not worth it. People are crazy out here. It shouldn't take something drastic to happen for you to say, okay, maybe this is toxic, maybe I need to skedaddle before it gets worse than what it already is. That pretty much concludes this story time. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you all want to hear more, I think this is like the only kind of story time I'm gonna do. I may do one in the future, but this is like this is probably one of the only ones I'm gonna do about like my past, because like I said, I went through a lot of stuff. There was a lot of crazy things that happened. But if you all are enjoying my story times, please comment down below and let me know that you are enjoying it. Let me know that you are watching it. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also do not forget to check my business out, A Beauty Onestop. It is always down below. Let's get our lips right, not only for the rest of the year, but for the rest of our lives, honey. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next Saturday. Bye.